Okay, thank you. Good morning to you all. Thank you for calling in. I know it's kind of difficult sometimes, but thank you all for making the effort to call in. I'd like to call the meeting to order. And the first thing we need to do is review the minutes for the last meeting of August 26th. I think you all were sent a copy of that. We all need a few minutes to read over it and just let me know if there are any changes or additions or exclusions that we need to make. Any motion for approval if somebody wants to go forward, and then I need a second.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Hi, this is Diana. I'll second it.
Thank you, Anna. Who was the first one?
Ms. Aro.
Miss Addo. Hi, good morning. How are you, Miss?
Good, good. Good to be here.
I'm glad you were able to join us.
Thank you.
Okay, so then we have the approval for the minutes of the last meeting and of August 26th. Do we have any public comments?
No public comments, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we can move on to the fourth item, which is discussion and possible action on the next steps. It's the report from Oda Garcia, the Special Needs Program. Is Ms. Garcia with us this morning?
Yes, good morning, everybody. This is Oda Garcia, and together with me, it's also my coworker, Ms. Christine Reyes. We both are from the Special Needs Program. And for, as you know, we're working with during the month of October for the Childhood Cancer Awareness campaign. We've started the month with a proclamation from the mayor, and we've been working with both support groups, cancer support groups from the community to provide help to the families. With our COVID emergency fund project, we were able to help those families. When we called the families, we were able to talk to them and know a little bit about their stories. And with that, we came up with elaborating mental health virtual education session for them. So we're working with our counselors here at the health department. They're helping us elaborate that virtual education session, and as soon as we have it, it will be available for our families and for the community, because they don't know how to cope with all these questions regarding cancer and their children, and also how to cope with it, with them as caregivers. So it's been really good the campaign. We're also asking everybody to wear yellow. As you see, Christine and I are wearing yellow or gold during the month of October. Here at the city, we chose Wednesday. So Wednesday is we kind of wear yellow to raise awareness on that. And we also have other organizations that they chose any other day of the week. For moving forward, for also the month of September, the 20 to the 26th is a Deaf Awareness Week. And we are also launching a campaign on that. It's going to be on social media. Christine did a really good video on that. Yay, it's really good. And yes. I know you like it, Ms. Morales. Yes, and we're trying to hit every little aspect of special needs. As we tell our parents, the special needs, they automatically think it's either autism or Down syndrome, but we want for them to know that it's a lot. It's a big bubble. And we're trying to educate our community and our partners on that. So wait on that. It's going to be a very good surprise. I know you're going to like it because the video is very pretty. Christine did a very good good job in it, and you're all are gonna like it. And so we're working on that. Also, we finally got approved because everything that we do, we need to ask permission for the state. So we finally got approved for our flyer. So I sent it to Miss Erica. She sent it to everybody in the committee. So that's the flyer that's got approved from the state, so that they know it's our program. So basically, that's I if you yes, Doctor.
Ms. Garcia, hi, how are you?
Good.
Just a real quick question. I'm really happy about the video, and I'm wondering, where are you going to air it? How can we have access to it? Will it be on the public access
It's gonna be
station?
aired through Facebook. But definitely we can. We're gonna be doing that education that week of September. That it's gonna be on the 20 to the 26th. But we definitely we can share it in other public.
Maybe through
access.
public access so that more people can see it.
Okay.
The PAC.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm sending out the message through the public access system that would produce a whole lot more results and more views.
Okay.
So,
Chair, I have a question for you. Do you think that we could somehow stream it through our website with the City of Laredo Blue Ribbon Committee for People with Disabilities? Perhaps we could have a link.
I believe we can work that too. We can.
I mean, if it's something that's going to help the public, especially the people we serve, we'd love for more people to see it.
Yes.
A video is a lot of work. Parece que no, but it's a lot of work. And if you have a good one, I think we should share it.
Yes, we'll definitely work on that, Doctor. That way, everybody has access to that information, and everybody can see the video.
Ms. Garcia.
Oh, I have a question. Will you be emailing that link to the committee so that we can share in our organizations?
Oh,
Definitely,
great.
Ms. Sanchez, we will.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Garcia.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you need anything, we are the regional day school program for the deaf at Laredo ISD. We do serve the 5 areas. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me.
Thank you so much. We will be reaching out to you for anything, any other idea that we can plan for that week. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm excited. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Garcia, the program for the counselors available for those individuals going through cancer, is that time limited, or is that unlimited time, or is that for a period of time, or what?
Here with our program, we don't we refer them. I have referred to families, to parents of that have children with cancer. That one, I referred one kid to, it was a teenager, and I referred them to Board of Region, both of them. So that they can get counseling there at Border Region. But I mean, it's everybody. It's either with the COVID emergency project, and we're all trying to talk to our parents. A lot of them are going through anxiety or depression because either they lost their jobs or with the pandemic. So they don't know how to cope with it, and we do make referrals for counselors. We give them the option of the different places they can go to, and they can get services. Of course, we don't force them, right? Because it has to be that they want to go. And also right now, when we did during this month that we're doing the calls with our childhood cancer awareness, that's when we found out that a lot of parents are going through depression, and because they don't know how to cope with it, and they don't know they had depression, they're going through depression. So that's how Christine and I came up with that idea of educating them that it's good to look for help, and they can go to the support group here in Laredo for parents. We have one at LMC, and also with our both local support groups of childhood cancer. It's okay for them to look for help.
Okay, so then primarily what you're doing is you're referring families and the kids over to the appropriate agency.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, and
But what were the dates on the deaf awareness?
the date, it's from September the 20th to the 26th. It's that whole week of September.
Okay. It's almost here. Okay. Are there any other questions that we have for Ms. Garcia or Ms. Reyes?
Mr. Chair, just to follow up on the request to include videos on the PAC channel and the BRC website, I will go ahead and work with Ms. Garcia to obtain the file and share it with both PAC for viewing and to our city secretary who handles any changes to the BRC website.
Okay, thank you, Erica.
I have a question. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Ms. Doctor.
I'm sorry, Danielle. Just a real quick question to our educators. I was wondering if they still have a burden given to them by the state for child find. And if so, I was thinking the video on the LISD and UISD website would cover them for that too, plus help in finding people children who might need services.
We do work with the agencies, Dr. Rusinger, especially our ECI Project Niños agency, to find all those babies, the deaf ed babies, prior to their third birthday, of course. And
Well,
we
I was wondering if you could use a video to partially fulfill the district's responsibility for child find.
well, I mean, we can include it as awareness along with the
That's what
training,
I'm
because
thinking.
we train them anyway. If
Right.
they can share it with us, if Ms. Garcia will share it, I will definitely put it on our website.
Right? It would be just, another tool.
Definitely, we will share it with you, Ms. Morales.
Thank you.
Erica, thank you for your knowledge and input regarding the loading up of both the videos.
I thought as long as it's not the posted.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. So does anyone have anything else that they would like to share regarding both of these topics, rather? Erica, I have a question. I know that prior to the pandemic, we were our meetings were being recorded and loaded onto the public access channel. Do you know what the status on that is? Are we being recorded now, or what's the status? Do you know?
Yes, so all committee and commission meetings are being recorded. PAC is actually connected with us, and they handle the recording and the posting of all committee and commission meetings.
I didn't know how that had analyzed or how they were fulfilling that commitment or that requirement. So yeah, I would ask you. Okay, thank you, Erica.
Yes, I don't know the technicality of it, like how they go about it, but I know they're recording and posting them.
I don't know.
I was just curious. I said maybe I can't say everything I want to say, so I'll just control myself.
No, there is public viewing as well. So when we post the agenda, anyone, as always, all the Blue Ribbon Committee meetings are open to the public. When we met in person, anyone was able to attend. Sometimes media would attend. So now going virtual, they receive a link to the meeting, and they can view in that manner.
Okay. I was just curious how we were fulfilling that requirement. and we were still doing that at this time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, can we move on to item letter B? Discussion and update on services for people with disabilities and any other new or additional services as a result of in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. We were going to have a presentation by Ms. Rodriguez from UCCAL, as well as from Federation of the Blind.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I'm still trying to figure this out. I was able to be on the video, but right now I'm not able to connect. But anyways, I first of all I wanted to say thank you for allowing me this opportunity. And unfortunately, also our social worker that had worked on the PowerPoint had a little emergency and had to leave. And she was here up until maybe 10 minutes ago, but she had to leave. But I'm not able to share it. I'm not as good at this as my assistant is. But right now, what I do have is what I'm going to share with you is what we have, some of the benefits that we have seen for our patients here with disabilities. There are so many, and what we do is we look into it's a webpage that's called Disability Rights in Texas for individuals with disability. They're part of the presentation where we were going to share different links as far as many of the benefits for people with disabilities. One of the main things that we were able to benefit from, or the center to be able to help our patients with disabilities, is the Health and Human Services. Back in April, they announced nearly $1 billion in CARES and grants, and we were able to benefit from that, which means we were able to help more, provide more therapy services for individuals with disabilities. As you know, we are a nonprofit agency, and so more and more of the people that have the disabilities needed more of an extension of their therapy. So with this grant, we are continuing to help them regardless if they exhaust their benefit. So that is a great help, and not just to us, but there is a number that you can call to see if any other agency that provides healthcare needs, anybody that is, living centers for seniors that have disabilities, independent living, nonprofits, a vast array of resources and services to help even the older adults and people with disabilities. So this is a very good a website that I can share with you later. I can email. But also we have locally through United Way, aside from the normal allocation, they were offering a grant that would help agencies like ourselves that help people with disabilities to apply. We saw that many of the patients that came, that needed maybe some type of adaptive equipment, or maybe they were struggling with, like everyone, with utilities or food. We are working right now currently with them. What they do is they provide a funding for these individuals that if they need with electricity, with utilities. It takes a little bit of work, so we have had to wait because of the shortest staff that we have right now. But it takes, we would have to we get the grant, but we would gather the food or help them to go through or guide them through paying their utilities through this grant. We have gotten a grant also from United Way, aside from the normal allocation, to help with our protective equipment to be able to service the patients. But we were also given equipment to provide to individuals with disabilities so that they don't have to worry to go out and buy those, but we can provide those for them here. The other benefit that we've seen in our agency is the Medicaid coverage and benefits related to COVID-19 through Medicaid. What we have seen is it used to be that we would get, when a patient would come in, especially the children, having to wait for authorizations almost 30 to 60 days to be able to provide the speech therapy or the physical therapy. What they've done, Medicaid has made it to where we don't have to wait so long to give the authorization, and the patients, the parents of the children waiting and calling to find out when are we going to get the authorization. There's a lot of red tape when it comes to that, and they've made it to where they were getting the authorization more often. So that's a big benefit to the parents right there. We also we're working together with South Texas Development Council. I don't know if you know of that program, but that's a program that we worked with to provide the summer camps for special needs children that we started a few years ago. Unfortunately, this year we're not able to have it due to COVID-19. So we're working to see maybe if those funds can be applied in a different way to help and assist parents with children of disability through a respite program. And of course, that's also ongoing. And again, of course, I do want to report back about the program that you had, Ms. Garcia, Oda Garcia. We've had a lot of our parents from the children with disabilities or special needs really very appreciative on how fast you all worked in getting those, I think they were Visa cards for that. But also, again, I'm going to send you some links of the things that we have prepared for you as far as many things that are available for children and adults, individuals with special needs. We do see a lot of these special needs children or adults that are dealing with a lot of depression and anxiety because of the support groups that were, available to them. So we're trying to maybe do even telehealth, because some of these patients do not want to come in for therapy because, they're afraid of, getting contracting the disease. So we are hopefully wanting to provide that benefit to them so that they can feel that they are getting the therapy. And so our social worker will find resources as far as working with also, I can't think of the name, the place where it offers the counseling. Is it Pillar? Yes. And talking to people with Tammy U as they offer counseling, maybe through telehealth, because, and just to share with you, just the other day as we were doing an admission, and the patients get frustrated, with special needs, a patient that had an accident and is now paralyzed from the waist down, trying to get authorizations with insurances, or they're not having the means to pay for their therapy in the background, because we were telling them we're going to try to get you some the help. Just hold on, we're going to call you back this afternoon. And you can hear in the background, it says, no, I'm tired of just all this. Why don't you just take a gun and shoot me? And you hear these things, and these patients are dealing with a lot of depression, especially since they cannot go out. So we're
Jackie,
trying to reach out. Yes.
In that regard, Jackie, this is Dr. Georgian.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask you, is there any way that you could maybe change a line item on a budget from one of the grants that you got to, or is there flexibility to provide that kind of counseling for people that you've described? I mean, that's a very dire situation.
Yes. So we do have resources, and we do have people that we work with, like I said, like Pillar. As far as that, I know that working with United Way, we have had some success in trying to change that. But where we refer them to as far as counseling, there is no cost. But it's just for like the therapy. Yeah, we refer them right away to counseling. But for the therapy that we have, there's a process, and it might take just a couple of hours, but we could hear in the background the frustration of them dealing with not even being able to go out or go to their support groups. That's important.
Yes,
And,
well, for all of us too, if you think about it, and imagine when you have that kind of a severe disability to deal with everything and that, and then the lack of access or even waiting 2 hours. I understand.
Yes, yes. And so, but we try to bring him in there. We don't turn anyone away. And I'm glad that that's a benefit that the community has benefited from the center. We get him in right away. And we're even getting, we're trying to, we're providing also for the recovered COVID patients. They are, in a way, now they've become individuals with special needs or,
Yes.
disabilities because they've
Right.
recovered, they've gotten through the disease. Maybe they were in a coma. Maybe they were, with the tubing and
Damage to
things
the
like
lungs
that.
and the heart. Yeah.
And so seeing that, we're seeing that they're coming to us more and more as they've exhausted their benefits. So we're looking at different grants for that and trying to find and resources for them as well. DARS has been great. Texas Workforce DARS has been great in helping us. It just seems that the turnaround in trying to get funds for them has been just wonderful. I can't praise the DARS, which is the Texas Workforce Rehabilitation. Diana, is that what it's called? I will always forget the DARS program.
Yes, and so we used to be DARS, right? But as you mentioned, we are Texas Workforce Vocational Rehabilitation Services.
There you go. Wonderful program. We've been working with them for years. They've changed their name but wonderful. We try to get, of course, exhaust some of the funding so that we can continue to provide services for everyone. But as far as benefits, there are so many, and there's so many that get finished and then start up and then they make changes. But again, the patients that are coming our way and trying to find resources, again, because of the COVID, what we see more is a lot of depression and people looking to talk to someone. And so that's why we're trying to see if maybe we can connect them with some telehealth counseling. It seems just not to be enough.
If I can interject briefly, based on this need, we do have a licensed professional counselor that has been identified, Mr. Fernando Navarro, who will now through December do outreach and counseling specifically to COVID-related mental health issues.
Oh, wonderful.
I will go ahead and obtain his information. I know he was getting, settled with a cell phone number. As soon as I have that, I will share with the committee for any referrals for like you had mentioned, those COVID patients that have recovered but have, this need for counseling or other type of referrals to our community resources. He is someone available through the health department to facilitate that for them.
Hi, Eric. I would really appreciate that information. Again, we do have a list of places we refer, but it seems that not only, of course, the patient, but even the caregivers that are assisting these patients, it's very sad, that now they feel, well, like, I lived through this, but now some of their abilities have been impacted. The swallowing. Miss Dr. Ruthinger, about that, having to like the swallowing or not, now their muscles are weak, so they have to do rehabilitation as far as speech, and then some of these patients have had strokes due to the COVID, and having to relearn everything as far as sometimes speaking. So we're seeing a lot of that. It's sad, but I'm glad that we're here to provide this service to our community, because there's really the needs, so much need, and the fact that we are supported by the community, and I'm glad that I'm part of this so that you can share this, and I'm glad Ms. Martinez is going to be able to help. But thank you so much. That's what I have right now for you all as far as those things, and the projects that are ongoing with United Way and South Texas Development Council. I'll update you on that as we move forward with that.
Thank you, Jackie.
Yeah, thank you so much. You're quite a comprehensive report, and thank you for the additional services that you all are providing under the
you.
circumstances of the COVID-19. We all know that people are stuck in their house, and I know individuals with disabilities, they look very much forward to those weekly or daily outings that they get out of their house, and for their caretaker as well.
Oh, I
And so
see.
it can be very frustrating for those individuals who are stuck at home, have not been able to see anybody or have any exchange with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's difficult. It's just as difficult for them as it is for the person that's taking care of them. So whatever interventions you are taking, we thank you for that.
Oh, thank you.
And the effort that you're making to
Are you there, Daniel?
I think we
Hello?
might have lost him. Oh, well.
Well, we're
Yeah.
very grateful for all of the services you've always given to the community. And it's not a matter of just getting it done. Y'all go way above and beyond because you have such a heart for the community, and we're all very grateful.
Well, thank you for that. It's everyone. I know it's the community in a whole, but also I do want to mention that we do have those outreach clinics for the orthopedic clinics that are free to our special needs children. They're still free, and we also have the Methodist, which is the cancer outreach clinic that come in from the Methodist. So again, some of these patients, of course, are local, and we get to see them. And they see the sign of our social worker, and they reach out to see if maybe there's places where they can go again to speak to someone. I think that's the main thing right now, even for all of us. Even I see it in our employees, I see it in the caregivers. It's taking a toll on everyone, but hopefully we'll get through all this together.
God willing, sooner rather than later.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for your attention.
Erica, next item on the agenda.
The email and phone number for Mr. Fernando Navarro, licensed professional counselor. So you'll have that contact information in your inbox.
Thank you so very much.
Of course.
Thank you both. The next report that we have, according to our agenda, is a report from Federation of the Blind. Is that Mr. Delgado?
Hello, I'm here.
Mr. Delgado, will you be reporting a short report on Federation for the Blind?
Well, they're gonna have like a presentation this weekend for young men and women who want to go, who wish to go to school, or they're gonna have a presentation of successful people who are blind and have gone to college and are working, and I think it's about a 2-hour presentation also. And also in November, the Texas NFB convention will be via Zoom also.
You said there's going to be something this weekend, sir?
Yes, on Saturday.
Where will that be?
It's going to be via Zoom. It's going to be for young men and women who would be interested maybe in education or employment. They're going to have people presenting their own experience of, they're blind, and they're presenting how they did it, and it's going to be educational for young men and women who are interested in pursuing an education and perhaps working.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Is there anything else regarding Federation for the Blind?
Well, like I said, we're going to have the Texas NFB convention. On that convention, they show a lot of technology that's coming up for people who are blind. And it usually would be in person. So this year, it was going to be in Corpus Christi. But because of the COVID, now it's going to be via Zoom.
Daniel, are you there?
Dr. Redinger, can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay, because
Thank
I've
you.
been speaking and I don't know if people have heard me or not.
We lost you.
You lost
We
me?
lost
No,
you in
I
the
was-
middle, and you know when? In the middle of thanking Jackie for all she does. So I kind of finished it. I hope you don't mind.
No, I do not, but that's strange that I got disconnected. Okay, thank you. Yes,
We're
Mr.
glad you're
Rodriguez,
back.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and Mr. Delgado, thank you so much for all you all do in the community. I know that it's more difficult now than ever, and people are very appreciative about what you all do, what all of you are doing in reality under very difficult circumstances. So I want to thank you both. Ms. Rodriguez, thank you for that report. It was very comprehensive, and I'm glad to hear that the community is stepping up and helping you all as well.
Can I say something? I would like to invite, I would like to let everybody know that I'm still forming a group for NFB because I want to have a chapter in Laredo. Unfortunately, the group I have, sometimes they show up and sometimes they don't. And what we need is more consistency or more members. And I would, I would like if you could recommend anybody who having vision problems to contact me, either by email or my phone.
Okay, we'll do that, Mr. Delgado. If we have anyone that has a disability with their vision and would like
Yes.
to work.
Yes, and if they have problem with the vision or they're blind or they're going into maybe a depression because of the blindness, tell them to contact me either phone or my email, and I can speak to them and hopefully we can see their set of mind.
So is that something that we could put on our website?
I would hope.
Yes, like I said, you can. I think Dr. Ruthinger has my webpage for Brightside. Maybe they can contact me there.
What I did is a web search on Brightside. That's how I got there.
That's fine. If you let people know about that website, I will greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Delgado.
Have meetings every second Saturday of the month, but this month I'm gonna have it this coming Saturday because I had a Silver Bells training this past about 2 weeks ago. So I decided to extend it one more week, but next month it'll be on the second Saturday of the month, from 12 to maybe 1:30.
And what do you
Mr.
typically discuss? What do you typically discuss in those meetings? Give us an idea.
Well, first of all, I try not to make it like I don't want to be like a support group. When I mentioned this to the president of the NLB, she told me that don't call it a support group. Let's call it an action group because that's what we are about. We try to help people, and action is one of the things we want to enforce or help out. And we wanted to discuss the White Cane Awareness Day, but because of the COVID, I think it's not going to work. So maybe I can find some kind of activity for that day.
Excuse me, Mr. Delgado, this is Ms. Sanchez. We are planning to do a virtual cane day, so that information will be forthcoming, and you and your committee, that way we can branch that out to them. But we will do a virtual cane day. It's going to be different, but it'll be good. It'll be effective. Okay?
That is great news. Thank you.
You're
Like I
welcome.
said, I'll pass it on to the group.
Yes, as soon as we've got the defined, I do have a definite date, but maybe we can get through the agenda and then when they've got open comment, I can come back in and comment. You want to do that? So we can get through the agenda. Is that okay?
That's okay. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so, Mr. Delgado, so did you have an opportunity to express everything that you all are doing? And if so, we can move on to the next agenda item, which are the announcements.
Yeah, go ahead. Like I said, there's a lot of things going on with NFB, but we don't have enough time to discuss everything.
Well, if you want to put them on a list and send it to us, we could, I mean, just so that we can provide you some kind of publicity or promotion.
I will do that, Mr. Castellon. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Delgado. Okay, so it seems as though we've completed the agenda items. Are there any other comments or concerns or remarks that anyone would like to make?
I'll jump in here, Mr. Castillo. So this is Diana. And as I was saying, we will be hosting a virtual White Cane Day. It's, of course, a new way of doing things, but we will use Microsoft Teams. We're going to have, it'll begin from October 14th from 9:30 to 12. So 9:30 to 10, we're going to, we've outreached the mayor's office and some dignitaries to do a proclamation for us. And then at 10 o'clock, we'll get started with opening it up with our management team and partners to give a couple of tidbits of, you know, who we are, what we do. And then we will have some success stories, the importance of using the cane, why the cane, and that kind of stuff. So we are scheduled to have that again, October the 14th from 9:30 to 12. And again, it will be a virtual celebration. So I'll
How do you gain access?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, how do you gain access, Diana?
Through Teams, through Microsoft Teams. It's a link. We'll send it to the partners. I'll be sure to include the BRC. Everyone will get a link. Yes, absolutely.
I'm so sorry, I kind of invited myself. I'm sorry, Diana.
No. We, of course, we have the BRC on the books to send that invitation.
Okay,
We're
thank you.
part of those logistics right now to assure that we're not leaving anybody out.
Thank you.
That'll be forthcoming, absolutely. And Mr. Delgado, I'm very interested to partner with you because I know you've got those individuals. You've always been very active in this White Cane Day, as the BRC has. So I will assure to get that information to you, and then you and I can talk maybe after this, because I'd like to pick your brain a little bit about some stuff. I've got some questions on, if that's okay.
That's fine, but today I'm not at work. How can we communicate?
You email me, that's okay. You can call me tomorrow when you're back at work. Okay, that way you've got some time off because today is your day off. But yeah, you call me tomorrow.
I will
We'll
call
figure
you
it out.
tomorrow.
All right,
Yes, I'll call you tomorrow. Just send me an email to remind me, please.
I sure will. I'll send you an email with my cell contact number because we are teleworking. Okay,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. And just another update. So we were planning to do a virtual job fair, as I had mentioned in our last meeting. But in the plannings and stuff, things have changed. So we will be doing a virtual career fair. So in essence, it's for the youth to obtain, enrich their minds as to what industries are out there, what would they like to do? Do they want to pursue a technical certification program? They want associates, masters, bachelors, whatever that may be. So it will be a career fair. It will not be a job fair. We kind of, scaled it back a little and changed it. We're still going to be very effective and successful, but we decided that within these times, people really may not want to get out there and work. So let's feed them some information where they can understand what's out there in the community and what industries and occupations are out there to better educate the people with disabilities on our caseloads. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Diana, thank you for making sure that the White Cane Walk is not forgotten because of the pandemic. So thank
Yes.
you all and your team for putting that together. I was wondering about that today. I was like, I know that the last time that we did a walk, it was cool. That's how come I remember it was like during this time. It
Yes.
wasn't so warm. So I was wondering when it was going to be, whether it's next month or the following month. So I appreciate the fact that you all are still trying to use the current resources to make sure that it's not forgotten and it's restored to whatever we can do for it to make sure that we bring those issues to light. Thank you so much.
Yes, no, thank you. Thank you all for your time.
Okay, thank you. Any other announcements that anybody would like to make? Okay, so if that's it, then I would like to adjourn the meeting. So I would need somebody to motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second the motion.
It was Jackie and Rebecca.
Mhm. Sorry, couldn't unmute my mic. It didn't want to work. Technical difficulty.
So we have a second, but who motioned it? Because I didn't.
I did.
Jackie.
I did.
Jackie was, I think it was Jacqueline and then Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Yes.
Oh, bueno, okay, because I got it. Okay, so thank you both. Okay, so the meeting is over, and just those items that are left pending to either post or for us to collect. Erica, I know that there's a number of kind of like mini assignments that you're kind of like responsible to fulfill. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Erica.
Yes, so I've already sent the information pending. The only thing that remains is the posting of the videos. As soon as we get those links, we'll facilitate them to the BRC as well as PAC and City Secretary. So feel free to reach out if you need anything else. On a side note, I did want to apologize on our interim director's behalf. He has every intention to join the committee as the liaison for BRC. However, right now, due to the pandemic, he does have a conflict with the stakeholders COVID meeting. So that's why he has been unable to attend, and I'm here as his proxy. But please know that we brief him on what is being discussed, on any action items, and anything moving forward, and I hope he can join us soon.
Yeah, let him know that we're more than happy to have his input.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, thank you. So all that said, if there are no other issues or questions, we'll move forward and adjourn and finish the meeting.
Everyone stay safe out there.
Yes, goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you. It's great seeing
Bye-bye.
everyone.